Please, Mrs. Guldem, talk to your son. Tell him to wake up, to open his eyes, because this is not love, it's something else. And you, more than anyone, know it. You raised Khan with dedication, with values, with vision. It was you who taught him to walk with dignity, to fight with determination, to never sell his soul for a bit of fame. But now, look at him. We see him getting lost, under the spotlights, on red carpets, next to a woman who looks not at him, but at the camera, who holds his hand not with tenderness, but like it's part of a publicity contract. Where is his genuine smile? Where are those eyes full of life? Can no longer acts with passion. He does it out of duty. And the worst part is, he's no longer playing roles. He has become one. They use him. They package him. They exploit him. That woman doesn't love him. She's interested in the shine of his last name, in the prestige of standing next to an international icon. Everything about her screams strategy, from the casual photos to the rehearsed poses. And he, lost in that farce, doesn't realize he's sacrificing what's most precious, his identity. This isn't just a fling. It's a path toward the abyss. If he marries her, it won't be a wedding. It will be the burial of his essence. And if that happens, we won't just lose Khan the actor, we lose Khan the man, the role model, the son who worked so hard to get where he is. You, Mrs. Guldem, are the only one who can stop all this. One word from you could wake him up. Not a fan's voice, not a journalist's critique, not an agent's advice. Yours, your voice, your motherly gaze. He is still that little boy of the first smile. And that child needs saving, not from a woman, but from a fate that is silently devouring him. Please, madam, don't stay silent. Don't let him fall. Don't allow everything you built with love to be consumed by a lie, disguised as a love story. Speak now, before we all have to fall silent forever. There is something in Demet Özdemir's expression that I can no longer recognize. I'm not just referring to her gestures in front of the camera or the images she shares on social media, but to that energy that once conveyed sincerity, closeness, and genuine humanity. Because yes, there was a time when Demet truly inspired us. She represented the freshness of an actress who sought not only fame, but also prestige, real admiration, and the desire to leave a mark. However, as the years went by, especially after her separation from Yaman, her image began to blur. I can't say for sure whether it was personal decisions, industry pressure, or simple exhaustion, but what she projects today is not warmth, but distance. And I say this with sadness. There's nothing more painful than witnessing someone you once valued become a version of themselves that acts out of obligation rather than passion. I know there are people who support her. They see her as a woman who had the strength to leave a relationship that wasn't good for her. And perhaps that's true. Maybe Khan, with his egocentric nature and constant need for attention, wasn't the right partner. But it's also true that when you choose to remain silent in the face of certain behaviors, you're still taking a stand. And that silence, at times, can be just as compromising as a scandal. Today, I see Demet walking a very fine line. On one hand, she tries to maintain the image of a strong woman and respected actress. On the other, she gets easily caught up in the superficial game of show business, provocative photos, ambiguous relationships, productions that focus more on appearance than depth. Where is that actress who could move us with a sincere glance? Where is the Demet who conveyed emotions effortlessly? Some comments I've read recently made me reflect even more. It was a disgrace, some say. Others claim that both she and Khan have become unbearable, too focused on appearances. And harsh as it may sound, there's some truth in those words. Because when you disconnect from your roots, when you let fame dictate your choices, you end up in a cycle of falsehood, repetition, and emptiness. What worries me the most in her case isn't just her outer image, it's the lack of emotional connection with the audience. We used to believe in her characters because she seemed to live them. Now everything feels calculated, a measured smile, a tear at the right moment, an outfit that speaks louder than words. And even if she tries to show us she's in control, there's something in her gaze that says otherwise. I sense her more insecure, more restrained, as if every step she takes is weighed down by fear of judgment. Even so, I refuse to lose hope. I want to believe that Deme still has the chance to rebuild herself, to pause, look within, and choose again. This time from truth, not pressure, because authenticity cannot be faked. And if it was ever real, and I believe it was, she can still find it again. Demet doesn't need more rumors or to feed speculation or to stay trapped in the past. What she needs is to reconnect with that version of herself that once moved us, with the woman who acted with soul, with honesty, with passion. Because if she doesn't do it now, her story may become just another one, empty, distorted by noise, and forgotten with time.